Edo State Governor Godwin Obaseki says he's confident of returning to power as first man of the state because power comes from God. The governor, who disclosed this on Wednesday in an interview on Channels television breakfast program, Sunrise Daily, noted that he is a man of peace, not a violent person. He said, I am not a violent person, but I am confident that the way I got into power is the same way I will return. God gave me power. If he wants me to return, I will continue. No man can stop me. Power comes from God, he said. Obaseki, speaking concerning violence during elections, said he has always canvassed for peace and believes elections should not lead to bloodshed. The governor, who also spoke concerning the political rift between his party, the All Progressives Congress (APC) in Edo State, stated that he is not distracted, adding that his focus is on developing Edo State. We have always canvassed for peace. What are the issues in Edo and what are the issues that cannot be resolved in a democracy? Our concern is to use the resources of the people to develop the state. This shouldn't lead to bloodshed. We will not accept to be cowed and intimidated because some people think that they can manipulate rules and cut corners, he said. When asked if it's not the resources of the people of Edo State that was used for him to become the governor, Obaseki said, I have friends with resources. I worked for 8 years behind the scene before I became governor. So all the insinuations about using somebody's resources. I became governor on the platform of the party and I am grateful for it. He expressed confidence that the rule of law will prevail in the forthcoming Edo State election because he is sure that Nigeria's president, Muhammadu Buhari, believes in the rule of law and will allow things to be done openly. Obaseki further noted that he is not in contest with anyone, stressing that he is confident of victory. It does not matter whether it is direct or indirect primaries. I will win, he said. The National Working Committee (NWC) of the ruling APC, currently led by the national chairman of the party and former governor of Edo State, Adams Oshomole, had earlier on May 22nd announced its decision to adopt the direct primary for the coming governorship primaries in Edo State, scheduled to hold on June 22nd. Obaseki says he's so confident that the way he came in, he will still return back the second time. And judging from what he said, of course, we don't expect him to say otherwise. Of course, he's going to say every good thing about himself, that he never used the state resources and all of that. But there's something that he said that really aligned with what what the man said, what Oshomole said in one of the campaigns. The video is in the public domain. He said, oh, when he was campaigning for Obaseki, he said this man worked for 7.5 years. That was 2016 when he was campaigning to become the governor. Obaseki Oshomole was speaking. Yes, this man has been behind the scene. He's been working. Nobody knew him. He was not talking on radio. He was not whatever. That he was diligently doing his job. And a lot of people are like, oh, let this man use the same video that Oshomole used to praise him then to campaign, to use as for his campaign material and for everything that is going to, that everybody should just remind Oshomole what he said about Obaseki and what he said about Ezeyamo. Then who is now the one who is fooling everyone? Who is not the deceiver? If you look at if you look at the video in that context, because Oshomole, with all his might, with all his power in that video, he said categorically, he said good things about Obaseki. Of course, it was expected of him to have said that, but it is in the same vein, he said all manner of things concerning what Ezeyamu did, and he was even saying that Lucky's mother, Lucky Benedo, had to slap what is this man's name? Izeyamu, that, oh, he was the one misleading his son and all of that, but the woman could not do much. So is that the kind of person they wanted as a governor in that state? Those were the things Oshomole was saying. When they say at times Oshomole talks with us, even meditating or pondering on what he has said, he will just be saying it, and at the end of the day, everything will start coming back. It's not really. Some people say, oh, he knows how to play politics. Those who know how to play politics, they choose their words. They choose their words very well. They don't even talk about, they try to choose their, but Oshomole will just be doing gra gra gra. Because like what I'm trying to say is that to relate with what Obaseki is saying, that he has worked very well, and Oshomole could testify to that. Oshomole will be his witness in that vein. So he's so confident that yes, he's going to get the power back. He believes that the people love him. He believes that he had friends who have a lot of things, they helped him to become what he became, and he believes that God has the power, Of course, God has the power, and the God that brought him the first time will still return him to run for the second time. So it now depends, everything now lies in the hands of the people. It is the people that will speak. But before the people will speak, what is going to happen in the party, because it is the candidate that the party projects or presents, that the masses will now know, okay, this party presents this candidate, this other party presents this other candidate. Then that is when the people will not be able to say, okay, let us choose maybe party A or party B. But from what he's saying, that he's not afraid of anything, whether primary, whether direct or indirect, that in the gidigba, not see they happen. Okay, let's see what is going to play out at the end of the day in their primaries, whether direct or indirect. Of course, one thing about politicians is that they are so confident, even when it's glaring to everybody that this thing is not going the right direction. They will stand. They will tell you this thing is okay. They are so optimistic. They are so optimistic with what they believe. Even when you are saying that this thing, are you sure? They will tell you, don't worry. You will just like, really? They have a different way of seeing things, and they have different way of processing things. Let's hear what Nigerians are saying with this boldness, because he said, yes, he will come back as long as God is on the throne. Someone said, maybe you want to see ballot box or rig the election to your favor, because if you know power is from God, you won't boast that you are sure of becoming the governor of Edo State. Meanwhile, you are not the only one serving God in Edo State. And anyone might be God's choice who are far better than you. Remember David becoming king over the incumbent Saul then. Of course, if you know your God, you boast about your God. You know your relationship with God. Of course, everybody knows God, but everybody knows their relationship, the level at which they serve the God. So he's boasting in God. I think that's just the way I see it. So of course, if he's not the only one serving God in that state or in the whole world, he's talking for himself. He has to speak for himself. After all, the pastor, the man they are projecting, also is a pastor. He knows God too, and even he knows God in 2016. So what really happened? So everybody will boast about what they believe in, and just like I said, politicians, no matter what, if things are not going the way it ought to go, they will tell you that they have confidence. So it is neither here nor there. He knows what he's talking about. Someone says, why do Yoruba always put mouth where they are not called? Okay, Tinubu is busy making Lagos, but you guys are mute, as none of you have mouth or power to challenge him. But when it comes to matters concerning other people's state, you guys will be all over. You will be all over the place, parroting. Okay, when Obaseki was being used by the devil in destroying his opposition houses in Benin, he didn't remember God. He said, no man is God a man? That is to show you God is not included. Okay, yes, I believe you can do it. Someone says here that Obaseki, you are saying nobody can stop you from running, so you can take Edo State through another 4 wasted years and restless years. Okay, go ahead. Okay, it's the people of Edo State that I pity. Only if they can be wise enough and push APC apart to vote else they are up for another 4 years of war. It is not only peculiar to Edo State alone. It's not peculiar to any other state. It's peculiar to Nigerians. What about Nigeria at large? If you are even talking about this thing, it is what has been playing out as far as Nigeria as a country is concerned. It's the same thing that is playing out in all these states. It will be wise for everybody, really be wise for everybody to be able to know what they want in 2023. Just like we've been saying, if this kind of a situation presents itself, are we sure that we have learned enough, we have seen enough to be able to take the right decisions? In as much a lot of people are always on the side of the ruling party or the president of the day, the government of the day, it is always going to be the same thing, because those who are on the side of the government of the day, they will be singing a different song. They will be saying a lot of things different from those who are the other side. So it will continue in that line. So for this person to say, oh, Edo people should be wise, it is Nigerians also should be wise when it comes to election in 2023. Okay, someone say, you have said it all. If God says you are coming back, nobody on earth can stop you. Leave those people making noise. Please, Edo people, don't let them deceive you in Lagos. In Lagos, Ambode is 100% better than Sanwo-Olu. Ask any Lagosian, they would say, who is Iyamo? Who is Eze Iyamo? He's a founder or Froster. Okay, Froster, please go with Obaseki. Please don't let them deceive you because of the interest. Someone say you are a betrayer, you are going to fall flat. Okay, if no one can stop you, God will stop you for being proud. So guys, let's hear your opinion concerning what Obaseki has said. Leave your comment below and let's have your take. Thank you.